So much aura. Oh my gosh. So much aura. Alrighty. Shoot. What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. Back on Morning Attorney. Back on Morning Attorney. What's it called? So, yeah, I couldn't wait. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't wait. I'm luckily at a section in the video where, I just finished a section. So now all I have to do is revise the next section in the script and then just continue. So, I have like a little break in between. And if I'm being honest, I worked from Thursday until Saturday just straight on that video. So I was like, you know what, like, I streamed yesterday, but I want to get another stream going, especially since like one of my favorite characters is going to be joining us, so I'm really excited for that. But yeah, no, I couldn't stay away. I love this game, but there you go. Alright, but yeah, let's probably not gonna be as long as last stream, because last stream was almost 4 hours, so I probably not gonna be as long as that, but try to still get like a decent stream, like 2 hours, 2.5 or something. See what happens. But yeah, so let's continue. The adventure of the unbreakable speckled band.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What?
Don't be absurd. This is murder, and in cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Alright. What an intro, huh? What an intro. Oh man. Alrighty. My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So, you wake up now, Oh, so, you wake up now, We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You. Huh? You found me then. Da. We found you. And now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, Oh, sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. I don't know who this is. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Huh, you pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are a killer, or you are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama. Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in his fairy cabin, that was bolted from the inside. His body? Let me see. Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma is dead? But he can't be. Go. Okay. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why'd you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. No. No! So, yep. Naruhodo was framed for murder again. Great. Oh, give me 1 second, please. There you go. It's okay. Let's continue. Sorry about that leaving in the middle of the stream, but I had to use the bathroom, so. Oh shoot. Alrighty. Yeah. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Dang, it was like 2 weeks. Dang, that's crazy. Bro got slimed out. Are you sure about this? Will we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? There's really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. Thought I was gonna die. Yes, still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Must be even less of a man than you look. Hey man, chill out, bro. Chill out. don't make me get violent. Chilly today. PC working overtime. Alright, let me keep chat open. My biggest op back in chat. Hello. Alrighty. Alright, there you go. Sweater back on. Let's do it. Hey, honestly, I thought I broke every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling... Excuse me. I get the feeling the Russians wouldn't be forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? There you go. From our faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she gave me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that'll make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come in and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. Anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yeah, but what if the steward decides to open a wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on the piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. You've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We'll leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on a ship, but... murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there's something I would like to ask of you too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Alright. Kazuma's death. Oh man. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it. They think I'm Kazuma's killer. When they found him, when they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit could have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been inside the cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port call. So presumably that means there was no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. There you go. Can't you tell me what happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Oh my gosh, bro. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in a cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on our voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Oh, sorry about that. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at this cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and we managed to get inside. There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's very hard to believe. It's all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Nah, I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Ugh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Stowaway. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yeah. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut in the cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Oh. Sorry. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yeah, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. Sorry. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. So I'm tired because whenever I play visual novels like these and I have to voice act them, it really takes a lot out of me. That, for some reason, whenever I start streaming, I'm always super tired. Not like I was tired beforehand, but just like as soon as I start, I immediately become tired. I don't know what it is, but maybe, who knows, maybe I'm dying or something. But yeah, Kazuma-sama he's always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes, then. It was darker than I ever seen it before. Susato-san. I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. By stowing away on this ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. Last night, if you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yeah. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yeah. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, My heart's still throbbing like anything. Really? Something wrong? Oh, no, it's not. Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the truth is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Just start screaming before I resume to wake myself up. Nah, don't worry. Usually voice acting wakes me up. And trust me, you definitely gave me your evil disease. Not the sickness, but the preliminary. I'm getting the, what's it called? I'm getting the first stages of it. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why does this have to happen? Can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. Hiya! What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? A martial what martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this crime. I mean, I guess this. I'm a university student. Kazuma will stick this over the doors of the wardrobe for me. It says keep out in Japanese, though I'm not sure the Russian crew can actually read it.
Yes!
Yes! Yatta! So then, let's unravel this mystery. That's kind of aura. I don't know who you are, but that's kind of aura. There you go. Who else but this amazing young lady here? Susato Mikotoba. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled the sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. I know, it's so awesome. Is my chat bringing in aura? Is this true? I love it. Thank you. So you finally believe me. I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put that sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you, to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I don't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy the evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on the investigation in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Alright. I'm in handcuffs and under arrest by the crew. Not to mention Susato-san's constant glares. I think it's fair to say that I'm stuck in this cabin for the time being, at least. I should focus on investigating in here so that to see what I can find out. Susato-san, about this. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but we don't have time to waste on anything else. We must find clues. She looks serious. Really quite deadly serious. Alright, let's examine. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's gone. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking the investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. It wasn't supposed to be a joke. You know, listen. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. Besides, you can always watch at your phone. But if you don't want to watch, then you don't have to worry about that. I do appreciate you stopping by if you do leave. But I know you're stubborn, so you're not gonna leave. See? There you go. Oh, you're here though. Wow, okay, committed. Alright, well then shoot. Would be a good way to get warm. Scream at the top of your lungs to get warm. There you go. Use the advice you gave me. There you go. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. Oh, Frey, you warm my heart. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Thank you. Huh. I guess that's true, you're right. I completely forgot about that. Wow, I'm so sorry. As an alternative, then I guess just Huh. Yeah, I have no alternative. Wow. That completely slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. Wow. I'm being dead serious. I completely forgot about that. No, I promise. I swear, I'm not ableist. I didn't. I swear to you. I swear to you. I didn't mean that maliciously. Oh man. I'm gonna. They're frying me in the quote retreats. They're afraid. No, they're gonna cancel me on Twitter. Oh my god. Oh man. Where is it? You might have useful information now. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Dang, he has, like, really yellow eyes. Jushiro too? Wait, what about Jushiro? He's not ableist. Or homophobic or nothing like that. I swear. Niet, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah yes, or ah yeah, that's not good. Oh, not the agenda. Oh no. He didn't do that. That's not true. He didn't do that. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Yeah, no, I know how to do it. I'm sure you're careful to look around using the BMM keys, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. I forgot to turn around. Seigi. Or Seiji. Seiji? Seigi? I'm gonna say Seiji. Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Nah, the game wouldn't do that. Susato wouldn't do that. No, not at all. Of course not. What are you talking about, Frey? You're losing it. Susato would never switch sides on me, not at all. Yet you can really look at these characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully. Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Oh no, it's not curse yaoi at all. Well, I guess it's curse yaoi if you believe that Naruhodo did it. But don't worry, my goat's not washed. Even though you stowed away on the ship. Now you're gonna bring that up, are you? I can't win. I guess I can investigate that. Yeah. When I went for help and the crewmen forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. Just slides across to secure the door shut. No, don't worry. I myself wouldn't even need to. Naruhodo will. He'll lock in, trust. He'll lock in. Alright. But still, with the door bolted, there'd be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's quite a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Let's see. Can't talk to old dude. Something on his table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No. It's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? Not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no. Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Okay. His sword. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that's just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. I aren't ready to let his spirit go just yet. What do you think this is? Looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever this was, whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. Not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of a brick, isn't it? Or, yes, you're right. It's the color of a brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. So, that's also... So, let's get here. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. Now what is this? A statue of some god of the sea, although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training. Do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... okay, let me see. What was it? If I found you like this with Ed dead in the room, huh? You wouldn't even give me a chance? Wait a second, hold on. At least give me a chance to defend myself. Oh man. That's also true, yeah. I even see the DM you just sent me. Yeah, okay. You got one sentence of penance? Well, so I make it clear. Never be in this scenario, by the way. Never slime out Ed, not a chance. It's... how... Yeah, I'm dead then. I'm just dead. You're gonna toss me like Susato did. I'm done. It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books in a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I just see a mess. That's not good. That's very not good, actually. Huh. These are the rules of passage. Or these are the rules of passage aboard the SS Buria. No, yeah, even if Nova turned down Jushiro, I wouldn't do it. I'd cry, yeah, but I wouldn't do it. If anything, I just have Jushiro get better, lock in, and go on a self-improvement journey to become a better man. He'd be on his oh. Admittedly, I want to defend Naruhodo here for a second. It was Susato who reorganized them, not him, right? So while he did believe they were a part of the case, she did it on her own. It's her fault. Let's see, are there any streams I can put in the background? Sorry, I'm something on TV. Oh wait, of course, I can put on my own stream. Crazy. Alright. There you go. Actually, no, that's weird. I don't like that. I'm gonna take that off of my TV. Oh man. Any VODs that I can put on my TV? Yeah, do this one, why not? Okay. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SSS Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. And would you look at that, there's a weapon on the floor. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. So is that... There's this one right here. This as well. This. Yeah. So there's still a couple of things on this side. Ah, yeah, no, you're trying to get me to kill myself, huh? I am not doing that. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says, "This way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read it. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than the Susato takedown. That's kind of crazy to think about. Oh, the ink. It's weird, it won't let me investigate it. Did Cosmo write that before he died? Looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked over the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. Yeah, because it's in Russian. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's all that, so let's go over here. Yep. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat wherever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though this last entry is incomplete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hiya! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed in this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Oh, I forgot to mention. His series... Like, well, not series, because the Ace Attorney series take place in Japanifornia. But, yeah, so, the Great Ace Attorney, the first game and second game, take place from Japan to Great Britain. But it takes place during the 20th century, the turn of the 20th century. That's, more for you, Frey. You gotta be joking, right? I'm about to say this. I'm not getting baited here. There's no polar post. Clipping them. Oh no. There you go. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Oh yeah, trust. The steampunk era is only gonna get crazier. But yeah. Really? Sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just everyone is busy, that's all. Oh, poor Susato. I want to mention, so Naruhodo and like Asogi were close to similar age. Like, yeah, Sogi's like 23. I think Naruhodo's like 19, 20, around there. Susato's 16. She legit is just she's just a little girl, basically. Like, what's it called? So reactions like that aren't, you know, too far-fetched. But she's smart though, do not get me wrong. She's very smart. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail for Japan. From Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. So I guess it's just a vent and that's it. That's all I can really see. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, it's a ventilator. That's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air and... Nah, don't worry, Naruhodo doesn't need it. He's chilling. Besides, you'll see what he gets instead. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh, it's the goat! Oh my gosh! Frey, whenever you have the chance, I want you to ask Ed about a character called Herlock Sholmes. He'll know. He'll know. Who's that? Wasn't here a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You noticed the man too, huh? Have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me... Do you really not know who that is? Well, now I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. Nothing very unusual about him. Is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? Can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk to him. By just imagining it, did the Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you noticed already, but just in case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Do you want to investigate first? Excuse me. Excuse me? Do you have a moment? Shh! This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. Seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings! I hope I kept you... Well, no, I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in the most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that? Perhaps. It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when a... What? I have no idea what the... What does that mean? No. Beribboned. Oh. Okay, I just didn't read it right. That's what it was. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing else deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Yeah, certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma. What? And you're plotting a revolution too. Shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's... Hiya! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. Oh, this is ridiculous. What's going on? How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came to your mind. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yeah, maybe. Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that? Hold on, let me see. Stop baiting me. Stop baiting me. Oh my gosh. I'm gullible. Gosh, you're such a troll. There you go. Alright. Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observations of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude, and more often than not, I am right. Ha! I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable, yeah, the inimitable Sherlock Holmes. Shoot, alright. I'll hopefully still be here when you come back. Stream shouldn't be ending anytime soon. Enjoy your snack. Alright. So, it really is you. The actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same, inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world, Naruhodo-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? You must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? I feel so uneasy about this. The great detective. Yeah, Puka-Naku is insane, bro. Puka-Naku is insane. Yeah. How is this real? How is this real? There you go. Dun, 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 dun. It's like I'm just the only one left in my own stream. Sad time, but it's alright. There you go. So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see, you're German? Sherlock, was it? No, I have no her. I have air, or excuse me. Alright, hold on, wait, this is a lot. No, I have no I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. you can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Ah yes, Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I am not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in a magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been frantically busy as of late. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? Can't say I work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a touch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeve, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And a trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look at me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame! That is what makes me the one and only, Sherlock Holmes. Cosmo's death. Let's see. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Haven't managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Two words, two love. Mr. Holmes, please tell us. What facts are apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah yes, but first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within. Sorry. Rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Holmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. I have no idea what that says, but I'm sorry. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do Do you think that... Oh, actually, let me look it up. I have technology here, so might as well. Shout out to all my Armenians. So let's see. Wardrobe. How do you pronounce it? Gardino? Yeah, I guess so. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? No. In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? No, that's Cat. His name is Kazuma Asogi. Initially, I considered Garrett. I literally just had it, man. Come on. Russian. Shout out to all my Romanians. Romanian. Gargito. Alright. I considered Gargito may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Guard. Perhaps. That's funny. Guard and then robe. But in interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of a Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of Russian people. I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Gajito. This is taken immediately after the young man was discovered before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. It's the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. The Russian word for wardrobe in purple ink. It would appear to have been written in the victim's final moments. Can I ask you something, Mr. Schultz? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to this truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, though, do you think? I have no idea what that says. Certainly, if it interests you. I mean, I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Your deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. The now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and the assassin of 16 part. Yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosimo a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Cosimo-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary, one who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. No, how could it be me? I don't even look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Oh, please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Oh wow, you came back really fast. Use Google Lens. So, that's the funny part. We're probably gonna be the ones checking. There you go. Right. Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Yeah, that is true. Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man. Yeah, honestly, I forgot how fast an air fryer really works. I don't use mine that often. Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all these particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about the revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There could be no mistake. Dude, do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? Yeah, sounds about right. That Ed had to go into hiding. And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also, quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it? It's in the Middle East now, hold on. This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Thank you. I've observed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. The article about the revolutionary has been entered into the court record. An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. The back page. Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. 10 grand? Yeah, I'm poor. What would you even need it for? Let me see, what that say? It's also written in Russian. Could have helped to read it. So you're telling me he knows that he isn't Russian, but he's still saying that anyways. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Oh wait, no, okay. Take it up. Again, what would you even need it for? I'm gonna buy a speed. Yeah, you're gonna need more than 10k. You're gonna need like at least 100k, especially for a speed. Alright, let's examine. You drew the characters for this paper seal, didn't you, Naruhodo-san? There's such bold, vivid strokes you made. You're looking at a man who came aboard inside a trunk. These strokes need you to make a statement. If they found me in that wardrobe, those Russians would have hurled me into the freezing cold ocean. I'm sure no other crewman would have done anything like that. Well, I'm not so sure. Yeah, wholeheartedly he did. Yeah, want to make it clear, he knew he wasn't Russian. They would have forced you to wash dishes in the galley until you were on death's door or something like that. Wash dishes until I was on death's door? That's a lot of dishes. Oh yeah, no, he did say that. Examine. Yep. Alright, Borchevek. There you go. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. No idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, Revolutionary villain Borchevek flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. Oh, goodness. He is fearsome. Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he only need to shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. There you go. I forgot it's the arrow keys for some reason. Oh, actually, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, this is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. Can't read a single word, I'm afraid. Nor can I. But at least this picture. Oh, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, huh? Do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere. This Mr. Sholmes. Shoot. I know he's gonna come out with a banger. I'm not worried. When? I have no idea, but he will. He will. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. How much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested the international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. That was racist. Article about ballerina. An article on the back page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, "Renowned prima ballerina of Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai." Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desk of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. Get upset, people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato-san? Aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what's the nature of this writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you suitably. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. Well, what do you mean, like, in a diary, or like, canonically, like, what language are they speaking? Because, like, in the diary, it's just Japanese, but, like, canonically, they're speaking English. In the last case, they're, what's it called? In the last case, they were speaking Japanese, but that was because they were in Japan. But, here, so, okay, well, let me try to explain it as best as I can. First case, they were speaking Japanese. There was some English in there, but that was because the culprit was English and they were speaking it. So Naruhodo can speak English and Asogi could as well. Case 2 right now, Susato and Naruhodo are speaking Japanese to each other. Canonically, that's what happens. But when someone like Herlock Sholmes is present and are speaking to each other, they're speaking English. And I don't know if you saw, actually it'd be best to just show you. Hold on. It'd be best to just show you. Where is it? Game capture. There you go. Where is? So there was a cutscene, right? There's a cutscene at the start of the case where they're canonically speaking English in here too. So, like I said, when they need to, they speak English to each other, which they will need to. But here, what's it called? They're speaking English. So that's my answer there. Pop, specific window. There you go. Where was I? There you go. Sorry about the long-winded speech. But yeah, all right. I did unmute the game when I started, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. T history. All right. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound. These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring... over there, yep. To the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Let me see, how long have I been streaming for now? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, let me just keep going. Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record. The diary Kazuma was keeping of his trip to London. According to the last entry he made before his death, he spied what appeared to be a speckled band. And there you go. We investigated everything. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Examine. That's it. Yeah, nothing. Oh, wait. Herlock Sholmes, 34 years old. There's not a person in the world who hasn't heard of this famous great detective. Not a person, except me, apparently. There you go. Yep. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I do intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking! You just said it only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what were you looking at my knees before? Oh, what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you standing there for? Huh? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Hiya! You didn't need to do that. You know, it's okay. You really didn't. Go. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. Situation doesn't look good for me, but there still are things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that... something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. Can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do you for? Recognize that face, but it can't be. It is! That's crazy. That's all it took. There you go. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. There you go. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. Or my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as the member of the crew and board the ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. Hmm? This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Oh! It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even be a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said that we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. I didn't take my eyes off of him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night, every day. There you go. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on a first-class deck. I failed miserably in my assignment. And Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. You really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. There you go, almost 2 hours. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed the rest of the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. I think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What, really? I think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you're in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present button and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with evidence he needs to persuade the captain. There you go. Present. Let's see. Hiya. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Looks like I'm gonna be ignoring chat for a little bit. There you go. Strange. In what way? Key wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Ooh. A speckled band. Is that strange? Yes, I was trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Oh, that's hilarious. Yo, what is going on in chat? Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. The ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove these handcuffs now. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his orders? I'm a man of my word. I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and then we can leave the cabin at once. Move. Alright. See what we can find out. Kazama-sama's quarters. A cabin on the SS Buria and the scene of the crime. Kazama was occupying this cabin for the voyage to Britain along with me as a stowaway. Inspector, can I show you this? What the? Is that a fabled Imperial Yuma University pin badge? Not sure if it's really fabled exactly, but... So, you're a genuine student then. Sorry? Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you're trying to say? Can I have my badge back, please? Alright. First and foremost, you must get out of this cabin. The passageway that connects to first class. Oh wait, what happened? Oh. Huh. Megiddo. I gotta read that when I'm done streaming. Yeah, I gotta... Oh yeah, no, trust Hollow. That is W-Mans. Like, he legit is W-Mans. No, but you should becoming more real by the second. I'm here for it. I gotta read the post, but... That's fire. Alright, let's go over here. January 9th. Damn! It's been 2 months. It's been almost 2 months since the first trial, because the first trial was November 22nd. That's so crazy. That's actually so crazy. Wow. I'm here for it. SS Budia, first class, cabin passageway. Ooh, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. It's the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on a study tour by the government. That's why he was being put in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. He looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. That door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. Suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose, like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I'd have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. He's been in a closet for 2 weeks. Well, yes, I know. The thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. Must have been a very trying time for you. Please don't give me that pitying look. Start over here. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama. Or not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Yo, wait, what's this slander about me? Wait, what's going on? Oh. Yeah, it's alright. You know how to make a stowaway? Oh, yeah, there you go. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way. 500. How many cabins are there? Let's go over here. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Oh, they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, and that's why it's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. Oh, wow. That's interesting. When was cheese... Is cheese an import? Yeah, let me look that up. Why don't Japanese people like cheese? Yes, cheese is foreign. Okay. It's not a traditional food, although its consumption is not popular. when was the Meiji? Oh yeah, because it happened after World War II. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Capcom knows its stuff. Want to make it clear, I did not take their wife. I did not do that. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... suppose you're right. You're actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. Find a little snack for you later. Ah, Susato. How nice. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? It's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. Looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship, and bringing the vessel to a complete stop. Okay. I didn't see that, it was too fast. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. This is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. Fear to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason. You'd be in an even worse situation. Wish everything would just stop. Ship included. You have to do something foolish. At least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. This is it. It's the cabin next to ours. The one ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazama-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in his cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, excuse me, we, need to get inside this cabin here. The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. Hold on, wait. I'm not a bum. I'm cool. Why did you send it again? Wait. Alright. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective. Doesn't look like he's gonna let us pass. It's a problem. This is like a plan on the SS Budia. It shows each deck. Look. The Budia is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a large lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, it's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. Is it? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan. Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth. Many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Oh, Susato, you sweet, sweet girl. She does not know that's not how they work. Ah, poor girl. Rich, I am poor. I don't do that. I do not beat them up. I What is going on in chat, bro? What is happening? Oh man. That's a huge book on top of the table there. There's a pen next to it. Yeah, yes. Looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. Thought you might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Let's wait to the second class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. Might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handles of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I just went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talker running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask you something? You... Oh, wow. Wow, he's just mean. You little third-class lady's maid. Oh. Seems I've caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not a sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman, Beef Stroganoff. Ooh, that best thing is to just avoid eye contact, I think. First class cabin area. Last night. Small and frail hands? What? Some shrubbery. Oh man. Alright, let me see. How much time have I got for now? 2 minutes, 2 hours and 17 minutes, alright. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Budia steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. but somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Susato-san? Do you understand that? It sounded like, duh. I think it's probably Russian for yes, or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Are you on watch here at all? Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da, all the time. So criminals like you cannot come in and get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. We were on watch last night as well. Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? I have no idea what that says. Susato-san, do you understand that? It was clearly, no. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. You didn't hear any strange noises? Or sense anything was wrong in any way? Yeah, like this doesn't indicate anything. I said no! Sorry! I'm not so sure. Could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Rorlot. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of Student Boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Rorlot is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly students from insignificant Far East lands. Yeah. Yeah, I'll look in the chat in a second. Me. That was harsh. Could you tell us if Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come and think of it. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, having in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. This is enough. I cannot say more. I cannot say more now. Oh, it's time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area, staying locked at all times. You escape when a lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or, as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Alright. Yeah, let me save. There you go, because I've been playing for a little bit now. Yep, I should be good. Alrighty, well, shoot. That's all I got for tonight, guys. So, I'm gonna end it here. Almost 2.5 hours. Decent stream. You know, not as long as I would have wanted it to be, but, you know, I do have somewhere to be after this, so I'm gonna end it here. But, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And I want to make clear, the stuff in chat is mostly not true. Anyways, until next time.